Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be playing the Martin bot on chess.com, but I'm not allowed to move any of my pieces until all of my pawns are frozen. Now there are some additional rules which I'll put on the screen, and also in the description I will link the person who I believe was the original person who did this challenge. If I'm wrong, then please correct me in the comments. But anyways, I'm going to start, and I'm going to give myself the white pieces, and I guess let's start. So now the question is, how should I start this game? Because if I start off with something like e4, I keep my queen and my bishop open, which means if Martin were to play something to where the bishop attacks my queen, it is going to be very hard to defend my queen. So maybe I should just play something like h4, I guess, and I should try to get this pawn frozen as fast as possible. The faster I can get it to the square, the better, because most likely it's going to be frozen there for the rest of the game, because it's going to be very hard for this pawn to die. And anyways, that is a weird move. Do I take the bishop or do I take the pawn? I think I take the pawn. Oh yeah, yeah, if I take this rook and I make a queen, my queen will be frozen. I mean, this is already a really good start, though. I think I'm going to do that still because, I mean, it's a free queen. Actually, maybe it would have been a better idea to take the bishop first. I'm not too sure. But anyways, I only have 7 more pawns to deal with. And I know this isn't the best strategic move, but actually I was thinking about playing G3, but there's no real point. I think I should just play E3, keep everything nice and defended, and hopefully have some plans on getting rid of the rest of these pawns. We could play C4, maybe we can get rid of the C pawn. Come on. Alright, I guess I'll just take. And yeah, we're going to try to get rid of this pawn. Martin has not really been putting in any effort. Uh-oh, that's a bit scary. I think we take first, though, because if we can trade our dead queen for Martin's alive queen, then that's pretty good for me, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, okay, that's a great trade for me. I can't take his bishop just yet, but I can play, something like B4. I just have to make sure not to move any other pieces, via instinct. And I'm going to take his bishop, and this position's already ending up pretty well for me. I'm plus 17 and I have not moved a single piece. This pawn is now frozen. Now let's get rid of the rest of these pawns. And takes. Alright, there we go. And now we only have 2 more pawns to deal with. This is great. And it's the 2 weakest pawns, arguably. So, yeah, I just have to get rid of these last 2, and then I can start moving my other pieces. Oh, but look at that. He moves the bishop, and now this pawn is no longer frozen, so I guess I'll just go here. Maybe I'll push this and take this knight. Okay, or I will take that, and he'll take my second last pawn. And I guess let's, which one do I want to push? Maybe I'll push this one, because there's a higher chance I'll take this one, and I can finally start moving my pieces. Alright, now let me just do a double check on everything, and yep, I think I'm in the clear to move my pieces, so let's start off with the queen that we acquired. And yeah, I mean, this was surprisingly easy, actually. I don't know if this challenge was supposed to be hard, but yeah, I mean, Martin just let me take everything, so I suppose this was an easier challenge than I thought it would be. And we are threatening a checkmate already. Alright, that's a free rook. And I guess we'll probably just slide back. I don't know, what's the best way to checkmate? Maybe just check. I could set up a reset checkmate, but there's no point. And then, yep, check, and we can take. Alright, and we beat Martin in 29 moves without being able to move any of my pieces until all my pawns were frozen. And it also said 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, and 0 misses, which is really weird. Yeah, but it says I have a mistake here, so that extra game review is just wrong, but I played at a 78% accuracy without ever moving, or while having to move all these pawns. Like, that's insane. And I suppose this was the main reason right here why this was, so, good for me. Was because, I mean, this pawn was just able to get through and immediately make a queen. Now, Martin, if he knew the challenge, the best move here is actually bishop takes, probably. And he takes my rook, and he's probably going to take the other pawn and then take my rook, and we don't know what would have happened there, but luckily Martin did not know that was my challenge, and even if he did, would he have really found that? Probably not. But anyways, yeah, that was a pretty fun challenge. I think I'm going to end the video here, so thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.